guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Toby. If it's your first time stopping by, you are welcome. Okay, here on my channel I like to talk about beauty, lifestyle, and like to incorporate some fun into that. So if you are interested in any of that, make sure to stay tuned and hit that subscribe button. Okay, thank you, I appreciate it very much. So today's video is going to be a super fun video. I'm excited about it. I've been wanting to do this for a while. This is like my Bantu knots that I did in the last video. I am absolutely loving them. I've had them for about a week now and they are looking pretty great. So, you know, you should definitely check out that video. I'm gonna link it up here. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a combination of storytelling as well as doing my makeup like Jackie Aina. So I'm super excited. As you guys know, Jackie Aina is like a very, you know, she's a very what's the word I'm looking for? Very bold, very loud, very, you know, out there and just very outgoing type of person. And like her videos are just super fun to watch. They have so much personality. So, you know, I thought I would incorporate, you know, a little something. And I've seen a couple people do like these type of like storytelling videos where they tell a story while they're doing their makeup or they review a movie. So I thought to tell you guys actually a pretty creepy story from my childhood that my mom told me all the time while recreating, you know, my makeup like Jackie Aina does hers. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I also have this dress from Kai Collective that I'm going to be putting on and taking some pictures today. So I'm super excited. It is like the Gaia dress from Kai Collective. I'm pretty sure you guys have probably seen this dress on social media, but I just absolutely love the design and just like how it's looked on everybody. And I've been following Fisayo Longe, who is the creator of that brand, for a long time, and like her style is just like everything. So I'm gonna be putting this dress on today and I'm going to be letting my what's it called, I'm going to be matching my eye makeup to the colors in this dress. So the purple, the orange, I might incorporate some pink in there. You guys should watch and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so you know, I'm starting off with my primer, Milk Makeup as usual. Nothing new here. This is, you know, this has become my primer that I use all the time in every single makeup look. I love this stuff. It is just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And next I'm going in with some highlighter on top of that primer just to, like, you know, illuminate my cheeks and, like, you know, the high points of my face a little bit, just a little bit, you know, not too much. So and I'm just gonna put that right there, there, and there. Okay, so this is absolutely not, you know, doing my makeup like Jackie Aina without some setting powder. So if you guys watch Jackie Aina or you know how she does her makeup at all, then you know that she sets her primer with some powder before she goes in with foundation. And this is basically to help combat the production of oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the powder to set the areas that I get the most shiny, which is basically like this area of my face. I have really large pores there, and then my nose as well. Yeah, those are only the two areas that I'm going to set, so pretty much my T-zone. And I am going in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and this is the medium deep shade that I'm going in with. So, you know, it's my skin tone, so it's perfect for setting before I apply foundation on top of it. All right, cool. So I'm going to be going in with my Fenty Beauty foundation. This is the Hydrating Longwear foundation in the shade 430. Okay, and I'm gonna start the story now. All right, so this story that I am telling you is actually a folk tale, or I guess I would call it maybe a cautionary tale. Like, it's like a story that my mom used to tell us before we went to bed at night as kids. It's, I don't know if you're Yoruba, you might have heard of this story before, but if you're not, maybe there's like a different version if you're Nigerian that you might have heard. But anyway, this is the story about a lady called Olomuroro. And I'm going to insert the translation right here. So this story is so weird. I'm using my NYX foundation brush to blend out the foundation. So this lady, Olomuroro, was basically like a very old, very haggard looking, you know, very just very scary looking lady. So pretty much this is how the story starts. So there's a boy and he has his parents, so his mother and his father. His mother was a market, she was a market woman, and she sold, food at the market, and his father was a farmer. So every time that this boy's parents would leave the house in the morning, they would leave him food for the day so that, he wouldn't go hungry and he would be able to eat before they came back and all of that jazz. So pretty much what would happen is whenever this boy's parents would go to the farm and the market, they would leave him food so that he wouldn't go hungry during the day. And, they didn't want him to get skinny. They wanted to make sure he was well fed, as every parent should. So what would happen is whenever they were gone to the market, Olamuroro would show up at this boy's house. That name kills me every time. Olamuroro would show up at this boy's house, right? And there was a song that she sang, and I'm going to sing that song for you guys, but I'm going to insert the translation down here. I hope I'm not making this video harder on myself than it needs to be. But yeah, Olamuroro would show up at this boy's house, and the boy would see Olamuroro. And because Olamuroro was like an older lady, even though she was like, haggedy looking and whatever, she was an older lady, and you still have to respect older people in Nigerian culture. So the boy would sing a song, and it goes like this. I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this is in the shade Chai. This shade Chai is actually the shade that Jackie Aina created when she when she had the collaboration with Too Faced, and she came out with the foundation. So when they came out with the concealer, they carried that shade over, and I really like it. Typically I would highlight with chestnut, I think it is, but this Chai shade is also really great. So that's what I'm going to be highlighting with today. So typically Jackie contours her cheeks and her jawline. She doesn't contour her nose, so I'm not going to be doing that, but I will be applying contour to my cheeks and my jawline to, cut it away. So now Jackie takes the same brush that she uses with her foundation, and she uses it to blend out, the parts where she applied the contour. So I'm going to be doing that. So the song that the boy sings goes like this. Olamuroro mawole tere no jalankato. So basically what would happen is whenever my mom was telling us the story, she would sing the Olamuroro mawole part, and then we would say tere no jalankato. I have no idea what that means. It's just like it's just a thing. And then Olamuroro would also respond singing, and she would say Iya Renko, Baba Renko, which is basically saying, what about your mom and your dad? Like, where are they? And then you would respond, Tere, no jalankoto. And then the boy would say, Iya miti lo soja, which basically means my mom has gone to the market. And of course you would respond, Tere, no jalankato. And then he would also say, Baba miti lo soko, which basically means my dad has gone to the farm. And you would say Terry no jalankato. Okay, so Jackie lets her concealer dry down. Like, she lets it dry down. And I remember when I first started seeing her do that, it used to freak me out all the time. But you know what? I actually really appreciate it, because like she said, it actually gives you more coverage. So I feel like I don't let my concealer dry down as much as she does. So I'm going to do that today by actually just using my mirror to fan my face so the concealer dries down a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend the concealer out. I feel like it's dried down enough. So when the boy responds that his parents have gone to work, because Olamuroro knew that the boy's parents had gone to work, then she knew that they had to have left something in the house in order for him to eat during the day while they were gone. So she would ask him, what did they leave for you? And she would say, Kilo fisile, Kilo fisile. That was the song, right? So she would say, what did they leave in the house for you to be able to eat? And the boy would respond that, oh, they left me some cornmeal and vegetables. So they always left him 2 pieces of cornmeal and vegetable for lunch. So, which is Eko meji atefo tere no no jalankato. Guys, I haven't heard this story since like I was a kid, maybe like 5 or 6, but I can never forget. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty scary. It was very scary as a child, but I liked it. So now that Olomororo knows that the child has some food that the parents left for him, Olomororo will now say, like, bring the food, let's eat it together. And in Yoruba, the song was, Bewaka Joje, Bewaka Joje. She'll be like, bring it, let's eat together, bring it, let's eat together. And then the boy, you know, silly, you know, naive little boy, he'll be like, oh, you know what, sure. Why not? I will bring my food for this monster. So basically she was supposed to be like a sort of monster, but she appeared in the form of like a very haggy looking, like haggity looking old lady. Anyway, so the boy, the naive little boy, would bring the food for Olomororo to share with him. But of course, Olomororo was a greedy monster, so Olomororo will not share the food with the boy, and she would eat all of his food. So Jackie Aina, like I said, she does not contour her nose. She does do reverse contouring, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just a dot right there and a dot right there. And I'm just going to blend that upwards. I'm not going to drag it down to my nose area. So I'm dragging that upwards into my eye space, which is exactly what Jackie does. Now I'm going to go ahead and just blend out this concealer that I put on my eyes. It's going to act as a primer for my eyeshadow. Okay, and that is all blended out, and the rest of my base is also pretty blended out, and I like how it's looking, so I'm going to go ahead and set it with some powder. I'm going to be taking my new favorite setting powder, and this is the Laura Mercier setting powder in the shade Translucent Honey. Really obsessed with this powder. It just gives me the perfect amount of brightening under my eye area. Okay. So as you can see, that pretty much brightened my face a lot. So now I'm going to be bronzing, which is something that Jackie likes to do a lot. So I'm going to be taking my normal contour shade, which is like this very cool color, and then I'm going to be mixing it with this one right here, which is just a tiny bit warmer to form a type of bronzer. And I'm actually going to mix it with this Neo color, which is like an orange, dark orange. It's like a blush, but you can also use it as like a bronzer, so, you know, finesse. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows, and then I'll come back and finish the rest of the story. It's not a very long story, which is why I have to spread it out so much, but I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I don't know how this happened, but I ended up taking a 3-hour break between when I decided I was going to go do my brows and now. So I did my brows and then I got hungry. So I was like, I'm gonna go eat lunch. And then I ate lunch and I was like, I'm gonna watch, you know, some TV. And then I watched Big Hero 6, like almost all the way. And now I'm back to finish my makeup. So where was I with the story, by the way? Because I completely do not remember. If I'm doing my makeup like Jackie, there's only one eyeshadow palette to use, and that is the Jackie Aina palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So super excited. This has like a lot of purple colors, brown colors, orange. So it's gonna be perfect for this dress that I'm going to be wearing and taking pictures. So first I'm going in with edges, which is this color right here. So that's going to be packed in my crease. I hit pan, no. I love that color. I love this eyeshadow palette. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, the boy would sheepishly and foolishly give Olomororo his food, you know, even though that was his lunch for the day and he probably shouldn't have done that, but he did it. And this happened time and time again, you know. Olomororo will come every afternoon and she would sing the song to this boy, you know, like, what did your parents leave at home for you? And, you know, bring it, let's share it. And obviously she was not sharing the food with him, so he should have known by now that, you know what, this old haggity lady is lying to me. But nope, every single time. Big wig, which is this color right here, this one, yeah. I'm placing that right under the orange shade. So, you know, the parents noticed that this boy was getting skinnier and skinnier by the day, and they were like, something is definitely up. Like, this does not make any sense. You know, every day we go out, we leave this boy some food. You know, we leave him some food to make sure that he eats and he doesn't go hungry. But here he is, you know, the food is disappearing. Our son is getting skinnier and skinnier by the day. So they were like, there's absolutely no way that our boy is eating this food. Somebody is stealing this food. So they decided that they were going to set a trap. So one day they were going, you know, they pretended as if they were going to go to work. So the father, you know, pretended like he was going to the farm. The mother pretended like she was going to the market. I'm going back into edges really quickly just to blend the edge of that purple and brown together. So yeah, the parents pretended like they were going to the the mom pretended like she was going to the market, and the dad pretended like he was going to the farm. And they left the food, you know, the typical place where they leave the food for him, and they're just like, hey, this is your lunch, and you know, make sure you eat your food as usual. So they then decided that, you know, obviously because they were setting a trap, instead of going to like where they were going, they basically just circled back around and they came back to the house and they hid in the house because they were like, today is today. Okay, we're going to catch the person who has been eating our son's food. So they waited and, you know, lo and behold, guess who shows up? Guess who? Olamuroro shows up and she starts to sing to this boy. So now I am going in with Shukington, which is this purple shimmery shade. And that's going to be going in my lid space. Olamuroro shows up and she starts, you know, the conversation with the boy. And the boy, you know, they do their usual song singy thingy. He asks how she is. She asks, you know, where his parents are. Like, she did this every single time. So that's to tell you that Olamura was trying to be careful, because she was like, just in case one day this boy's parents are like home, let me just cover my bases. So every single time she came, she would ask, she would say, you know, how about your mom and your dad? And obviously the boy thought his parents had gone to the farm and to the market. So he replies with, you know, just that, like they had gone to the market. So obviously, because the boy didn't know that his parents circled around. So then Olamura, after hearing that, you know, the boy's parents have gone to the market, she tells the boy, she goes, oh, bring your food, let's eat it together. And at that moment, the boy's parents were like, aha. They were like, aha, we knew it. Somebody has been eating our son's food this whole time. We were not crazy. There's a reason why our son is looking skinny as hell, you know? Okay, so I've applied that purple shade on both eyes for a little pop of like a warmer tone to sort of match that orange. I'm going to be going in with Wigglies, which is this one. It's sort of like a wine shade, but I feel like it will sort of give the purple that warm tone that the orange gives to the Gaia dress. So I'm just gonna pop that right in the center. So anyway, you know, now that the boys' parents had confirmed that surely somebody had been eating their kids' food and it was Olamuroro, they jumped out of hiding and they basically, you know, confronted Olamuroro. Apparently, it had been happening to not just this one kid, but all the other kids in the community. So every single afternoon when all the parents were out of town, Olamuroro would come to town and she would go to each and every single kid's house and she would tell them, bring your food, let's share your food. And you know, they would give Olamuroro their food and they wouldn't eat. So they were all just getting really, really skinny. So pretty much the village came together and they basically killed Olamuroro. That's, guys, I promise you, I kid you not, that's the story. I know this has probably been like super weird and you're like, what was the point of this story? There was no point. This was just me telling you guys a story from my childhood. I have some questions though. I have some questions for everybody in that story. Number one, were these kids not friends with each other? Like, was it that they never spoke to each other and they never went like, oh, you know what? There's this old lady who comes to my house every afternoon and she tells me she wants to share my lunch with me, but then she eats all of it. Like they never spoke to each other. This never came up, and they never thought that, you know what? There's something sketch about this lady. Something is sketch. None of them were none of them were friends with each other. They just all let Olamuro eat their foods. Okay, yeah. That part does not add up to me. This is the eye look. Yeah, but anyway, Olamuro was a story that my mom told me and my sister before we went to bed as a kid. I don't know why, it was literally my favorite story, but it was supposed to be like a cautionary tale. I am taking Big Wig, which is that purple shade, and I'm just smoking that along my lower lash line. You know what? I don't know why I liked that story as a kid. Like anytime I ever asked my mom to tell us a story, I would always ask for that story. And it's funny because it was basically meant to be a cautionary tale. It was sort of supposed to be like a don't let strangers in your home, don't talk to strangers, cautionary tale type of situation. But your girl, I don't know what I thought that story was about when I was younger, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's basically the story. I honestly could have told that story if I just spoke like during my foundation routine, but then, you know, I would have to like just make this part a voiceover, and I didn't want to do that. So I have this purple pencil. This is the NYX retractable eyeliner crayon, and it's in the shade Purple Violet. So I'm gonna use that to just like smudge my waterline. I feel like this is something that Jackie would definitely do. If she did like a purple look like this, she would go in with her purple liner. She would probably use the ABH one, but fam, I'm not spending that much money on purple liner that I only use once in a blue moon. You know it can be a Jackie Aina look without like inner corner highlight, right? Like she's like the queen of inner corner highlight. So actually, before I do that, I'm gonna put some lashes on. What am I talking about? Okay, so my lashes are on. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this shade Zam, this one right here, and I'll just use that as my inner corner highlight. Zam! That's why it's called Zam. That just opened my eye right up. I love this shade so much, and I think that purple and gold pair really well together. So now that I'm done with the eyes, I'm just gonna go ahead and dust off the rest of this excess powder. Jackie always uses blushes, so I'm going in with a combination of these three colors. So Zane, Neo, and Toby, and I'm just gonna mix those three together, and that's gonna be my blush. That is so pretty. Love it. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the Candid Glow highlighter in the shade Buckish, okay? And I just go in small circles like so. Love this highlighter. I know I said I'm doing my makeup like Jackie Aina does her makeup, but this is literally how I do my makeup too. Minus like maybe the powder before foundation step. I should probably do that a lot more because my nose has been like holding up. Like I haven't gotten oily on my nose area at all, and that's typically where I get the oiliest. So I should probably get back to doing the powder under foundation routine, you know? So for lips, I'm going to be doing a Jackie Aina classic, a Jackie Aina favorite, which is a peachy nude lip. Okay, so I'm going to be taking a really dark lipstick. This is Embellished by ColourPop, and I'm going to use that to line my lips. And then I'm going to take this lipstick from MAC. It's in the shade Velvet Teddy. It's probably too tiny for y'all to see it, so it's in the shade Velvet Teddy, and I'm gonna like just go around the edges of that with Foxy Brown. So, you know, yeah. So my lips are lined with that color from ColourPop, and then now I'm going in with this peach shade, which I'll just show you guys. It's like a peachy, this is like a mini, by the way. It's like a peachy color. Focus for me. Yeah, it's like a peachy color, and I'm just gonna use that to fill in my lips. That is exactly what I wanted. This is literally like the perfect peachy nude, like so pretty. Okay, so as a final step, I'm gonna go in with some setting spray, okay? Whew. So this is the final doing my makeup like Jackie Aina look. I think I did amazing, okay? Like I even have these Bentu knots that she had in like a couple videos. Like I'm feeling like a regular Jackie. Yay. Jackie. Anyway, this is the look. I'm gonna go put on my dress just to like complete it. And yeah, I'll be right back. Oh my freaking days, guys. So this is literally the first time that I'm trying it on and I just feel so, I don't know what it is. I just feel so good in this dress. I'm looking at myself and like y'all, I look amazing. I can't wait to actually wear this dress out. Like, I can't believe this summer was just a waste. Like, seriously, I could have been rocking this dress. Look at me. Damn. I look good. You can tell me nothing. Guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed me doing this recreation of Jackie, you know, Jackie's type of makeup. And I think the purple is really matching the purple in the dress really, really well. I'm about to go take these pictures and it's about to look so freaking good, okay? And also the story that I told, I hope you guys enjoyed that story. But if you enjoyed the video, you should definitely check out the next one. I'm gonna put it right here, like right here, okay? Like just check out the video and also subscribe to my channel. There's like a circle that's gonna pop up, okay? Subscribe to my channel and check out my next video, okay? I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.